This is Hector, part 3. And I'll just make it real quick. So I'm gonna play through it, and I'm gonna include in the description when the recap ends. So if you don't want to watch the recap, you're already seeing it, then you can just go into the description, hit the timestamp, and yada yada. So this is Hector's day 3, and we're just gonna get on with it, cause yeah, we're gonna be sitting with Hector. Alright, I feel like I can trust Hector. I'll sit with him. You walk towards this table, and as you do so, Hector passed the seat next to him, as if he was keeping it free for you. Well, we appreciate that, like always. You sit down and steal a glance at Hector before you start eating. How's day at your school? At your first day of school going, Charlie? He says with a smile. It's going alright. Appreciate it. It's not entirely true. Most beastmen seem to have a personal vendetta against me, but at least he's cool. Hector puts a hand on your shoulder and you turn and look at him. It must be tough to give it time though. He will get used to you after seeing you around. You look in each other's eyes for an instant. He smiles at you once more before he resumes eating. Hey Hector? Thank you. You feel your body ease and relax as you smile widely. This is the first time since you landed in this world if you don't feel completely alone. Don't mention it. You notice his face is slowly turning red. If I didn't mean to embarrass him, I should do something about it. You know, we always gotta sniff him. We always do. And I might try with Ryker's approach. You get closer to him and begin to sniff him. His reaction is not what you expected, as his entire body jolts backward. Charlie? What do you think you're doing? His eyes widen in shock as people around start looking at you too. I was only trying to be friendly. You rub the back of your head, not questioning Ryker's words. To be honest, I'm better off just telling Hector about it. As your face grows visibly red, you start explaining to him what happened this morning with Ryker. That's why I thought sniffing you was a good idea. Hector laughs as soon as you finish with your explanation. You should really not trust anything that comes out of his mouth. That said, I can't be mad at you since you didn't know the real meaning behind sniffing someone. Now I'm curious though, when are you supposed to do it? Hector averts his eyes from you as he scratches the base of his neck with his right hand. Well, you're only supposed to do it if you're interested in the other person. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I'm interested in you. In a romantic way. Yeah, you're interested in a romantic way, or you just, you know, yeah. Your eyes widen and your cheeks flush with heat. What? You heard him. Heard the man. Well, you heard the bear. You say that so loudly that beastmen around you start staring at you. Now let's just eat, shall we? And now is all you can manage as both of you resume eating. Huh. You spend the rest of your day attending classes and occasionally chatting with some beastmen. The day is over fairly quickly and you head home right after your last class. What a day. You say to yourself as you drop your backpack on the floor and you head straight to bed, and in no time you fall into a deep slumber. I just thought about it, like I don't have like my own toaster really. Wait, I think I do, but I don't like toasters. I haven't used one in years. I don't trust toasters at all. So you slowly wake up from a restful sleep. Stretching and wiping the sleep off your eyes, you note your alarm clock. It's 4:57 a.m. It's not called sleep, it's called eye boogers. You get eye boogers when you sleep for a while and you wake up and you get all that crust and stuff. You're honest? That's I call it eye boogers. That's pretty early. You yawn as you stretch your arms and legs. I could always go to school early. I mean, it's not the worst idea. You stand up and grab a towel and change your clothes before heading to the bathroom. You turn on the shower and wait for the water to become lukewarm before entering. I needed a good shower. As you shower, your mind starts wandering. I can't help but feel out of place. This world is so strange, yet so familiar. I need to find out how I got here, where I came from, but how? After you shower, a mist drying off your stomach lets out a familiar growl. You should probably eat something before leaving, but I can't be arsed. I just thought about it. Why are you waking up at 5 a.m.? Then when are we supposed to be at the school physically? Because last time I checked, I mean, back when I was in like high school and stuff, you didn't have to wake up that early. But I don't know. It's been at least 8 years. I don't want to think about that too hard, but it's been a minute. You put your clothes on and head back to your bedroom. I could grab something to eat at school. It's free after all. You shrug and check if anything you need is in your backpack. Alright, that should be everything. Hopefully. You pat your pocket, making sure your smartphone is in there, and then you head out. The streets are quiet. You only notice a couple of beastmen around. All the shops are still closed, except for a small cafe on your way to school. Whatever they serve for breakfast in that cafe, it smells delicious. You shake your head, trying not to think about your empty stomach. Alright, well, pulling your mind away from the cafe, you arrive at school. Given the time, there comes to no surprise that the school is empty. Yeah, we woke up like at 4:57 a.m. The only time I wake up that early is when it's military related. Other than that, I'm not doing it. Our first class is biology, which should be in classroom 3E. I'll drop my stuff there and head to the cafeteria. As you enter the classroom, you notice there's someone already there. Hector. The white bear is sitting in the front row and appears to be busy reading something. That's Hector, right? What's he doing here so early? But then again, I'm here too. Yeah, you can't be talking. Move forward and take a seat next to him, but he doesn't seem to notice you. And good morning. He swells his ears flit at the sound of your voice while his attention goes from the book to you. Oh. Good morning, Charlie. How are you? I'm alright, thanks. How about yourself? Oh yes, I'm well, thanks. I was just reading my biology textbook. More importantly, why are you here this early? I could ask you the same thing. I woke up early this morning and couldn't go back to sleep. That's crazy. I was going to check if the school cafeteria is open. I'm kind of hungry. You rub your stomach as you say that. I hate to tell you this, but the cafeteria only opens at lunchtime. Well, we're all up. I should have eaten something at home. You have a vending machine in the hallway. Why don't you just get something there? You look away and rub the back of your head. I can't buy anything. I have no money. I find that extremely hard to believe. They wouldn't just let you roam around with nothing. Hector, if I had cash, I would know it. You hear Hector giggling, so you lay your eyes on him again. What's so funny? Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. You see, we haven't used cash in years. All transactions are done electronically, using our smartphones. I don't entirely trust that, because what if somebody hacks your things, and then next thing you know, you have like nothing. Oh, I guess it makes the world a bit cleaner. Sure does. Have you not checked your Beast bank app yet? Not really. I only used the smartphone once, and it was located to the school. Your stomach growls impatiently, causing you to cover it up with your arms while looking particularly interested at the floor tiles. Yeah, we can worry about that later. Let me get you something from the vending machine. You don't have to. I'll be fine until lunch. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. It's not a protest in response. Look, your stomach agrees with me. Well, our stomach agrees. Yeah. Come on. I don't mind at all. Let's cheat. Alright, well, we're gonna accept, obviously, because we need to eat something. Let me save real quick just to make sure. Alright, you should at the top of your head and look down at your shoes. If it's not a bother. It isn't. Come on. He stands up and signals you to follow him. You walk with Hector in the hallway and soon reach the vending machine. It is stuffed with all kinds of sandwiches, snacks, and beverages, including some particular ones. Chicken juice. That is wild. How would chicken juice taste? I mean, I guess. Yes. It's very good for when you're feeling unwell. So, like, chicken juice to bears and, like, tigers and other creatures like wolves and stuff in this world is like ginger ale to us. Cause people, like, I mean, my family, it's like, if you're not feeling well, just drink ginger ale. Ginger ale or chicken noodle soup. That's all you need. It's not made from real chicken. It just tastes like it. Also, it's... Okay. Why not make it with real chicken? That would be wrong. Even the burger you ate yesterday wasn't beef. Okay, I'm confused. It just tasted like a beef burger to me. Hector puts a paw under his chin and looks at you. You probably didn't know this, but all the meat in this world is plant-based. Of course, we'd rather call it chicken, beef, or whatever. You lay your index finger just below your lips while you glance at the vending machine. Why? You may have not noticed that the majority of the population are herbivores. Now imagine the skin of a predator like myself were to eat real beef. You take a moment to process this information. It's important to you since you know very little about this world. Surprised you that it wasn't explained in the documentation provided to you by the government. The government. Makes perfect sense. This way you can all coexist peacefully. Yep. What would you like then? Stick with something simple, maybe a bacon sandwich and an orange juice. If that's okay with you. Oh, not at all. Coming right up. Hector selects the food and beverage and places his phone next to the scanner. Seconds later, a sandwich and juice are dispensed and Hector collects them. There you go. Take the items off of his hands. Appreciate it, Hector. Okay. You should go back to class. Lesson is starting for another 30 minutes or so. Maybe we could talk a little bit more. Hector's face reddens. He's quick to look away, but you still notice. He's sort of cute when he blushes. No, wait. What am I thinking? You know what you thought? Pull yourself together. Sure, I like that. Good, let's go then. Okay. Once back in the class, you both take your seat. You unwrap your sandwich and take a bite. Hope it's good, at least. You know, some of them vending machine snacks be trash. This is so good. I needed it. Thanks again, Hector. Don't mention it. Hector stares at the empty blackboard while he taps his fingers on his desk. So, do you remember anything from your past yet? No, not really. Still feels like there's a void in my brain. It's kind of hard to explain. I know there's something there, but I don't know what it is. Sorry. I don't know how to put it into words. Much to your surprise, you feel Hector's paw on your shoulder. It is soft, warm, and comforting. You find yourself leaning against it and you let out a content sigh. I can't begin to imagine what it must feel like. Just know that I'm here if you want to talk. Yeah, appreciate that. He retracts his paw and strokes the base of his neck. We still have some time before the lesson begins. Is there anything you want to talk about? That might be a good opportunity to get to know him better. We're gonna ask about him, yeah. I mean, Hector's kind of like a character we don't really know much about yet, so yeah. Maybe you could tell me about yourself, if you want to. You notice he begins to fidget with his hands and his cheeks become red at your question. I think we all would react like that because, like, let's say you're in like a job interview or something like that. They ask you, oh, tell me about yourself. You really start to think, like, dang, like, who am I? Who am I really? You start to think about that. You notice he begins to fidget with his hands and his cheeks become red. Oh, yeah, we just read that. Myself? You smile, trying to hide your own embarrassment. Yeah? You've been so kind to me. It's only natural I want to know you better. Is there a problem with that? No. It's not much to me. I'm a nerdy bear that enjoys studying and playing video games. I tend to stay at home when I'm not in class. Same. I don't really go out that much. Oh my god. He's so cute when he's embarrassed. I shouldn't like him, but I can't help it. Sure. Maybe we can change that? You cover your mouth as soon as you realize what you said. Hector's mouth is a gate. Forget I said anything. I don't know what came over me. You hear him mumbling something but can't quite make out what he's saying. Sorry? Hector takes a deep breath. I said, I like that. Your heart skips a beat and a wave of relief and excitement washes over you. Great. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to ask about? I mean, do we have another option? Or, well, I guess we're going with the other option, so I guess it didn't matter either way. But what do you guys know about humans? Everyone, including the government officials, tell me there isn't much information. But really, how is it possible an entire species disappears and no one knows anything about it? You only found a few books. Not much to go on, unfortunately. Heard they're making new discoveries every day. I'm sure they will crack it eventually. These things need time. I hope so. I really do. Maybe they'll let you figure out how I got here. I'm sure they will. Just be patient. Easy for you to say. You're not the last of your kind stranded in the beastman world. Honestly. I'll try. And while you wait, you get to spend more time with all of us. You wouldn't say me. This world has a lot to offer. I know, I just wish beastmen would accept me. I know it'll take some time though. Look out of the window, you see students approaching the building. So, some of us have already accepted you, Charlie. You smirk as you turn your attention back to Hector. It's a good start. It's better than nothing. Your conversation ends when you see beastmen enter the classroom. You spot Ryker, who grins as soon as he sees you sitting next to Hector. Are you guys having some bonding time? He chuckles while his eyes dart between Hector and you. I don't know what you're talking about. Hector was already here when I arrived, so we kept each other company. Sure, if that's what you want to call it, I'm game. You raise a brow and Ryker winks at you. Go get your seat. The professor will be here soon. Why would I do that now? And he says that you can see Aaron approach from behind Ryker. Morning, guys. What's up? Things are about to get interesting. How so? Hey, Aaron. Morning, Aaron. What's Ryker talking about? Nothing. As per usual. Isn't that right, Ryker? You're no fun, Hector. As Ryker goes to his seat, you wonder what's going through his mind as you follow him with your eyes. Very superstitious writings on the wall. You shrug to turn to Aaron, who is still standing. What was that all about? I don't know. Honestly, I don't. I came to school early and found Hector here. All we did was have a chat. He even brought me breakfast so I didn't starve. Oh, really? Did he now? Yeah? Hector, when was the last time you brought me anything? I detect some jealousy. Charlie doesn't know how anything works around here. I couldn't just let him wait until lunch. How would he follow the lesson on an empty stomach? Alright, I'll give you that. Charlie, how about you have a spot of lunch with me later? There's a nice cafe not far from school. Before you can answer, Hector jumps in. Maybe another time, Charlie. Maybe another time. Charlie and I have agreed to go to lunch in the school cafeteria. Upon hearing this unexpected update in your lunch plans, you swivel over to look at Hector. You were just claimed. Wait, did we... It's not right, Charlie. Isn't that right, Charlie? Sure. Yeah, sure. Let's see. Maybe some other time then. Yeah. Aaron takes a seat and soon after the professor enters the classroom. You poke Hector on the shoulder to grab his attention. Why'd you tell Aaron I already had plans with you? You already taking a claim with me or something? You can see his face turning red as he starts rubbing the top of his head. Sorry. I just thought we could have spent more time together. Unless you don't want to. I mean, I do. Did you really have to lie to him, though? I don't usually lie to him. He's a stubborn, yeah. You be going with him no matter what, unless I said something. I'm sure Aaron is stubborn, but... Well, Aaron, I hope I said Aaron. But you did sound a little jealous. Alright. Lesson is starting, we better pay attention. Hector nods and you both look at the professor as he checks the attendance. The lesson revolves around pheromones. You find it interesting and don't miss the opportunity to raise your hand when there's something you don't understand. Does this affect your relationship among beastmen? Professor, that's a very good question, Charlie. In fact, it does. This is the reason why there's sniffing involved when we are romantically interested in someone else. Pheromones are so subtle that it only can be picked up when in close proximity. I only have a serious chat with Ryker. Thanks for the explanation, Professor. Explaining, Professor. Thank you. Appreciate it, homie. You are most welcome. As the lesson goes on, you make sure to take as many notes as possible. You don't miss a chance to glance at Hector every now and then. Why do I keep looking at him? What if? No, I can't possibly have a crush on a polar bear. Shake her head and keep listening to the lesson. Psst. Is that Aaron? That's Aaron. Are you positive you don't want to go to lunch? Well, are you positive you don't want to go to the cafeteria? Well, that cafeteria, cafe. It's a great little place. Nah, it'd be my treat. Stubborn bear. That was no exaggeration. Thank you, but I already had plans with your brother today. Yes, Aaron, you had your time. You're being greedy for my attention. Aaron, pay attention to the lesson. Fine. The lesson ends and you notice that your stomach feels completely empty. It's finally over. I'm starting to feel hungry again. Yes, I'm starving. Hector says that while rubbing his prominent belly. You know what's on the menu today? Before Hector can give you an answer, Ryker appears in front of your desk. Bear meat. What? There's bear on the menu for you today. A grin spreads wide on his face and you feel your own getting warm. Why do you always have to eavesdrop? Hey, I can't help it. I was only 5 feet away, and you should know felines have excellent hearing. You could always also mind your business. MYOB. Mind your business. Mind your business. You look him dead in the eyes, unimpressed. Oh, chill. I was only joking. If you must know, today's menu is grilled chicken with a side of asparagus and whatever that is. I read it on the board before coming to class. I'm gonna go to the cafeteria on my own, apparently. I'll come with you. You don't have to. Oh, but I insist. You see Ryker pulling Aaron's arm and dragging him out of the classroom. Well, maybe they can go play tic-tac-toe or something, you know. Because Ryker, you're gonna have your time. Aaron, you had your time. Trust me. All will be in chronological order, but there's new character, Flynn. Flynn, yeah, new character. So we'll see about him. Your hand goes on your mouth as you try to hold in a laugh. Well, I probably have an idea as to what's going on in their heads. At the same time, I don't. Anyway, let's go have lunch. Well, alright. You gather your stuff and leave the classroom with Hector. Alright, you look around trying to find seats, but the cafeteria is packed. The place looks busier than yesterday. It's the same amount of beastmen. There's always a couple of seats available at the back. You follow him around and sure enough he finds free seats. Yeah. Well spotted. You'll get used to it eventually. It'll become second nature. You both take your seats and start putting food on your plates. Some beastmen glance at you, clearly bothered by your presence there. You pay no mind to it and shrug it off. Oh, that. It's unfortunate. This really is good. I agree. I need to be careful if I don't want to get any bigger. I don't know if that's possible, but we'll see. He passes his belly, you see his ears lowering. I don't think he needs to worry about that. He looks pretty good to me. Hector, you're fine the way you are. You think so? His big belly makes me a bit self-conscious. You put a hand on his shoulder and gently pat on it. I don't see anything wrong with your belly. But if it makes you feel bad, you could always hit the gym. You know, little cardio. I guess I could. Maybe you join me if I did. I don't feel motivated going on my own. And wouldn't Aaron join you if you asked him? Maybe? Hector rubs the back of his neck and stares at his still full plate. Hope he didn't take it as mere excuse to go. I'm happy to join you though. Suddenly Hector perks up and beams at you with those big blue eyes and smiles wide. You feel your heart melting a little. Thank you, Charlie. It'll be good for both of us. You grin from ear to ear and pat his shoulder. Yeah, it will be. The conversation is interrupted by a bear now standing right behind you. Dang, Trevor over here too? Trevor over here too? That is crazy. Okay. Hector, do you know where, let me get my right mind for this voice. Hector, do you know where Aaron is? The bear is towering above you and you can't help but notice his stature. Hector puts his fork down and turns to look at him. Sorry, Trevor, I'm not his babysitter. To that, you chuckle. Trevor glances at you. Well, not glances, but he glares at you and crosses his arms on his chest. What are you laughing at? You should chill, dude. Yeah. Daddy, chill. Nothing, I'm trying to enjoy my meal. You shift your attention to your plate and start eating. All that fun stuff. While you even sit next to it, Hector. You pay enough attention to his remarks and keep eating. You think it's best to avoid any conflict for the moment. Trevor, that's very rude, and I can sit where I want. Wherever I want. Whatever. Do you know where Aaron is or not? We don't know where your ex-boyfriend is, Trevor. I have no idea. Now, I like to eat before my food gets completely cold. With a quick move, Hector grabs his fork and starts eating, ignoring Trevor. Trevor scoffs as he returns to his seat. A true piece of work, that bear. Yeah. After lunch is finished, Hector tells you it's time to attend the next class. You gather your stuff and leave the cafeteria with him. You head toward the classroom, but you stop to well, let me slow down. But you come to a stop when you see Aaron and Ryker waiting outside. Why aren't you two in the class? Professor called in sick, we have no class. Bet you're happy about it, Aaron. You're definitely not great at math. I'm not great at math either. Math sucks. I'd be happier if he didn't leave us any assignments, but you know they usually do. Well, you're out of luck there. It's a good thing class is canceled. You could use the time to study. Yeah, I probably need your help with that, Aaron. Well, not Aaron, but Hector. Their big brother is always ready to help. What about you, Charlie? Yeah? Are you going to be okay doing the assignment? No, I don't know. You haven't attended the math lesson yet. I'll be fine. Call the hunch, but I think I'm pretty good with numbers. That's a lie? Are you sure? That's a lie? I wouldn't mind giving you a private lesson. He winks at you and grins like a Cheshire cat. You catch on to the endo and suddenly your face feels warm. You're one dirty tiger, you know that. Hey, I was only offering you with tutoring in math. But, Ryker, you never really know if he's actually offering help or offering help. Ryker? Trevor was looking for you in the cafeteria, Aaron. Did you tell him where I was? No, I kept my mouth shut. Thanks. What's his issue? He didn't come across very friendly. To say at least he was... Well, yeah, that word. Oh, it's a long story. Anyway, I'm gonna go home. What are you guys gonna do? Change the subject, eh? I'm not gonna pry. Not sure, I don't have anything planned. You spot Hector glancing at you. It's subtle, but you notice anyway. I'll pay a visit to the arcade. Haven't been there in a while. Hector, you could come with me. I know you love video games. Yeah, I'd rather spend some time in the school library. You're no fun at all. What about you, Charlie? Probably same. I'm gonna go with Hector. I like the school library. Maybe there are some books about humans I can read. You catch Hector smiling from the corner of your eye. There's a few in the library. I can help you find them. Oh, thanks. I like that. Sounds boring. Boring as hell. I hope, but I'm feeling out of sorts. Maybe next time. Okay, I'm off. See y'all around. Alright, Ryker waves his hand and leaves Aaron. Leaves. Aaron strokes his neck and exhales. I'm leaving too. Hope we find some clues in the library. I hope that too. Aaron smiles and leaves. You're left with Hector, who is rubbing his hands together. He's acting a bit stressed. I wonder what he's thinking. I'm thinking of a song right now, but I don't know the lyrics. Let's see. Are we going? Oh, yes. Follow me. Hector leads you down the school corridor towards an extremely tall and brass gilded door. Pushes it open for you and you enter the library. The library is a vast, multi-floor space with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. You imagine them seemingly endless aisles with just every imaginable category, including the section on humans. We can only hope. Here we are. Not as much, but it's a start. It's not much. It's a whole treasure trove. This place is humongous. Yeah. This library town center is way bigger. Okay. Well, we can start here and maybe one day we can go to the other library. Sure, I like that. I mean, we can do that. Oh, here's the section you're looking for. Hector takes you further inside where you see a sign saying Human Civilization and Culture. So this is it. I don't see many books here at all. I didn't warn you about this. We have very little information about you and your kind. Most of these books are fiction. But you never know, it might help you remember something. Why not give it a try? You pass your fingers through your hair while going through the titles. I don't know. As you said, most of these books are fiction. Shit. Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hector approaches you from behind and reaches the books above your head. You now realize that there are some perks to being shorter than most beastmen. His body begins to graze your backside and neck as he starts looking through the book titles. I know, but it's a starting point, right? Here, let's see. The Color Violet, The Handmaid's Story, The Queen of the Evils. Do any of these ring a bell? All you can think about is his body pressing against your back. You don't pay attention to what he's saying. Charlie. Upon hearing that, you snap out of it and step forward, almost falling over in the process. No, they don't ring a bell. There must be something. As he keeps looking, you try to regain your focus on your objective and wander about, finding some tables and chairs. They're all empty except for one. You see a familiar wolf engrossed in reading a book. And that's probably Hunter. You try to get closer, and once you're only a few steps away, you recognize him as being Hunter. Oh, Hunter, right? The wolf glares at you and puts his index finger on his lips. Well, okay, rude. You raise your brows and cross your arms. Seriously, man, I'm just saying hello. As you grow frustrated with his attitude, the book he is reading catches your attention. There's something familiar about it, but you can't quite understand what. I tell you what. Can I at least ask what you're reading? Hunter sighs and quickly stands up. He looks down at you before closing the book and handing it to you. With that done, he leaves. Dang, you made him leave and everything. You made him say, you know what? Here you go. I'm out. Jeez, thanks. With the book in your hand, you go back to Hector, who was still looking at books in human civilization and culture. Did you find anything interesting? Sort of. I found Hunter reading this book. You hand him the book. The Never Fishing Story. Yes, there's something about it. Why don't you try to read the first few pages? Hector hands the book back to you. Open up page 1 and start reading. Anything yet? As he says that, you are struck by a violent headache. You drop the book on the floor, and your hands are quickly wrapped around your head. Here we go. Flashback time. Charlie? Flashback time. Hector's beside you an instant. He gently puts his paw on your shoulders as you wince. Alright. I like that little painting thing above our bed. You need to go to sleep now. It's getting late. I'm not tired yet. Can you read me a story, Dad? I can do that. What would you like me to read to you? You step off the bed and return with a book in your hands. Never Fishing Story, please. Okay, so this book we got from the library is one we read in we read it in the flashback, our previous life. Good choice. Now get on the cover so I can start reading. Thank you, Dad. Appreciate it. Alright, this is a little quick flashback. I think the other one was longer. Please say something. As fast as the headache came, it was gone. You were standing with your hands still on your head, waist enveloped in a gentle embrace. That's nice, Hector. Hector? Hector pulls away from you but keeps his paw on your shoulders. What happened to you? I was getting worried. You lower your hands and look at him. I think I saw my dad. What? You're only human here, Charlie. The only human. You shake your head upon hearing that. No, what I mean is I think I relived the memory of him. You did? I'm not certain, but it feels very real. Hector sighs and pulls his paws away from your shoulders. It's in the realm of possibilities. See, I like Hector the most. I feel like Hector is I like intellectual conversations, more intellectual conversations. Not that I can't, have other friends, but like this is nice, It gives me something to absorb, intellectually speaking. I don't even know. You shouldn't even be here to start with, so I don't find it hard to believe you just saw a memory of your father. Whatever it was, it drained me of all my energy. Lay your back against the shelving unit and breathe in deeply. You do look a little tired. Maybe we should call it a day and go home? You rub your eyes and yawn. Sounds like a good idea. I do get those sometimes. I'll take you home. What if it's far from where you live? It's not. I only live 2 blocks away from your apartment. You live with your brother Aaron, who also lives 2 blocks away. You scratch your head and glance at him, raising a brow. How do you know where I live? Oh, everyone does. Everyone? I thought this was explained to you. All beastmen know where you live. It's only for your safety. If you get lost or something happens to you, at least we know where to start. Not that anyone seems to care. People seem to like hate me. Just some of us do. And hearing those words, your heart skips a beat again. With that, Hector heads for the door and signals you to follow him. The walk to your apartment seems to last an eternity thanks to Hector's walking at a slow pace. What's your plan for the rest of the day? Honestly ready to pass out as soon as I'm in bed. What about you? Probably play some video games. Maybe I'll even tutor Aaron in math for a while. Is he really that bad? Shoot, I was bad. He's terrible at it. It's not nice, Hector. That's your brother. He's really bad at it. Poor Aaron. As we keep walking, you wonder how the two bears became brothers. I don't want to sound indelicate, but I want to ask about, well, more like insensitive. But yeah. So you say Aaron's your brother. Was one of you adopted? Yeah, he was. I see him looking away, clearly reluctant in telling you more. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked. No, it's fine. It's easy to talk about. I understand. Don't worry about it. Thanks. I have people prying on it my whole life. One day I will tell you. I promise. You honestly don't have to. I was just trying to get to know you better is all. Well, his cheeks set aflame when you see him rubbing his hands together. The rest of your walk together is filled with an awkward silence. Okay, we're here. Yeah. You're both standing there for a few seconds. You're looking down and fumbling with your house keys. Do you want to see my apartment? Oh. No. I mean, I need to help Aaron with math. Maybe some other time. Okay. We should exchange phone numbers. It would be helpful in case any of us needs more information about humans. It's not the only reason I want his number, but he doesn't need to know that. Yes, that's a good idea. Grab your smartphone and hand it to him. He looks at you seemingly confused. I don't know my number. Could you key in yours? Oh, sure. Takes your phone from your hands and slightly grazes your fingers with his paws, during which you notice a slight tremor in his hands. Here. He finishes keying in his number and hands you back your smartphone. You smile in response. Thanks, I'll send you a text before I fall asleep. Perfect, I'll be waiting. You will? I really need to go. Alright, see you tomorrow? Yes, see you at school. Hector waves you goodbye as you make your way to the apartment. You're woken by the sound of your alarm. You had a restful sleep, however you're still feeling out of sorts after yesterday's events. Oh, is it time to wake up already? You yawn as you stretch your limbs. One of your hands reaches for the alarm clock on the nightstand and mutes it. I better get up and get ready. Wouldn't mind sleeping a bit more either. I mean, who would mind? Unless you're a morning person. As you stand up, you spot your phone face down on the bed. You pick it up and notice two notifications. There's a message from Hector and one from an unknown number. But who's the unknown? It's probably Trevor, honestly. Let's check this one first. You tap on the messaging app and start reading the text from the unknown number. This is Dr. Griff. We have findings we'd like to share with you. We have arranged for a car to pick you up the day after tomorrow at 8 a.m. maybe we'll finally like figure out like where we originate from. So that'd be nice to know. School's already been informed of your actions. No further action is required at your end. You raise a brow and put a hand under your chin. Yeah, I remember him. He was nice with me when they were testing me at the clinic. I wonder what they found. We shrugged, knowing that all would be revealed in 2 days. You swipe back and tap on Hector's message. I just gave up talking. Hector's message. Morning. I'm already at school. Pop in early if you want to chat before class starts. It's sweet of him, but it's too late for that now. You sigh, you start typing a response. Hey Hector, I just woke up. Sorry. Having a quick shower now. Hopefully I'll get there a few minutes later. You barely have the time to look away from your smartphone when a new message pops up. That was fast. No need to apologize, but I'm here if you have a few minutes to spare. I'll try to be as quick as possible, honestly. You take a quick shower, gather your stuff, and get out of the apartment. If I hurry up, I should get there in a good 15 minutes early. You walk out at a fast pace and come to a full stop when you notice a familiar figure standing outside the cafeteria. Well, not cafeteria. I always say cafeteria. Cafe. Ryker? The tiger's ears swivel around and he quickly turns to face you. Yo, what's up? Aren't you going to school? I am, but it's still early. I'm going to grab some breakfast first. Your stomach growls at hearing that. You hope it wasn't loud enough for Ryker to hear it. It probably was. I see. Well, I better hurry up. I'll see you in class. Yeah, you better be quick. That polar bear is probably waiting for you. Your eyes widen and you feel your cheeks get slightly warm. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't give me that crap. I see the way he looks at you. Whoa, dude. I'm just kidding. Or am I? We never know. We'll see next time. And Ryker. Yeah. I'm not gonna continue that. I'll see you later, Ryker. Huh? My cat's bothering me. I see you. I see you. I pick her up, but she doesn't like to be picked up, so we'll just let her do her thing. The tiger, he doesn't ever seem to mind his own business. See ya. Ryker shouts as you walk away. You arrive at school shortly after. The classroom is still empty except for the polar bear sitting in the front row. Good morning, Hector. You alright? Hector is busy reading some book and doesn't seem to hear you. You scratch the top of your head and walk to him. Hector? You see his ears perking up as he comes back to reality. He gently places the book on the desk and looks at you. Oh, morning, Charlie. Sorry I was lost in this book. That nerdy side of him makes him really kind of cute. Hey, don't worry about it. What were you reading anyway? Polar bear lifts the book up to show you the title. History of Beastmen? Isn't that what this class is about? Yeah, I thought I'd get a head start. You really like studying, huh? I mean, you study early, it makes life easier, so yeah. We see him looking away and the corners of his mouth draws downward. There's that, I suppose, but I don't really have a choice either. Suppose the look on your face as you try to understand what he's telling you. Don't we all have a choice? His orbs are quick to find you again, and your heart flutters when he stares you deep in your eyes. It's not that simple. My dad works in a rather famous lab. Now that I think of it, it's the same place where you were kept. I wasn't in a lab. It wasn't like some sort of clinic. I don't remember seeing a polar bear working there either. I wasn't in a lab, but I don't see how that was anything to do with you not being able to decide your future. Oh, everyone thinks it's a clinic, but it's really a lab. You see him stroking his paw together as he looks down. My family expects a lot from me, and that's why I study so hard. Oh, we have no expectations, I see. So his dad really works there. Should probably tell him about the text message I received this morning. Yeah. I see. Well, don't kill yourself while you're at it. Work to live, not the other way around. Work to live. Live to work. Okay. He gets up and a warm smile spreads across his face. I'll keep that in mind, Charlie. Appreciate it. It's cool. So your dad works there, huh? I received a text message from the lab this morning. Oh, you did? What was it about? If you want to tell me, that is. They want to discuss some findings face to face. To be fair, I'm not ecstatic about having to go there on my own. He sighed deeply and took a seat next to his desk. You've been there before. I don't think there's anything to worry about. As you were about to respond, you see Ryker entering the classroom. He walks to your desk and places a small paper bag on it. What's this? Why, your breakfast, of course. The tiger smiles wide, revealing a set of pearly white teeth. Why would you? It's then you realize you must have heard your stomach growling. You try to hide your embarrassment by grabbing the bag and looking inside it. It's awfully kind of you, Ryker. You didn't have to do that. I'm always kind. The tiger whips his gaze back to you and winks. It's an egg and bacon sandwich. Hope you like it. Thanks. He said nothing about my stomach making noise, but he probably heard it and was like, take notes. Maybe he's not as bad as I thought. I brought him breakfast yesterday. You and Ryker quickly turned to face him, your brows both raised. That came out of nowhere. Good for you then, I guess. But this isn't a competition, Hector. He spot the bear covering his face with a massive pause in an attempt to avoid being looked at. Thanks again, Hector. I was really hungry yesterday morning. Thank you, Ryker. I guess I really should have breakfast before coming to school. Whatever suits you. Anyhow, what were you guys talking about? Some boring stuff, I assume. It's not for me to say. I might as well tell him too. Yeah. I was telling Hector that I'm going to go to the lab after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow. You made some progress and I want to discuss it with me face to face. Why not send you an email instead? Yeah, a lot of stuff they'd be saying, they'd be like, oh yeah, this is like crucial. It's so important. We talk to you about this in person. But they could just send an email. A lot of times they could have just sent an email. If they want to talk to him, it must be important. It better be important, otherwise I'd be very upset. Well, the in-game me would be very upset. It should be. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about going there alone. Alone? Has Hector offered to come with you yet? Why did I didn't think about that? His father works there after all. Well, I didn't ask him to. I'm sure he's going to be alright. They just want to talk. Dude, you're very thick despite how smart you are. Ryker puts a paw on your head and gently pats it. You know what? I'll come with you. How does that sound? You hear something like a low growl coming from your right, where Hector is sitting. You turn to look, but the polar bear expression is unfazed. Great, now I'm imagining things. I'd rather go there with Hector, but I'm so desperate I don't think I'd mind Ryker's company. You don't make me decide. Hector didn't even offer, but I'm pretty sure that was him growling. We're not tripping. We're not tripping. That was Hector. If I had a choice, I'd go with Hector. Sorry, Ryker. You're gonna have your time pretty soon, I believe. I take her grins and turns to look at Hector. The human has spoken. Will you go with him? The polar bear scratches his chin and takes a few seconds to respond. I'll talk to my dad after school. I don't know if he'll agree to it, but I'll try my best to convince him. Really? Yes, I promise. Ryker elbows your side and winks at you. Shame, I really wanted to go with you. That said, the day after tomorrow we have class. Someone will have to take notes for us if my father says I can go with you. Can't Aaron do that? Yeah, let your brother do it. I never take notes. I was about to say Ryker, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't take notes at all. I can ask him. You should be taking notes regardless, Ryker. Dude, stop being so boring. Hector is right, you should. You are perfect for one another. What? You should eat that sandwich before it gets cold. Ryker chuckles and heads towards the seat. Thought I heard something. We still need to check if you have that Beast Bank app too. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about it. We'll do that after class. Sure, we can do that, but eat your breakfast now. You still have 10 minutes. You nod as you take a bite. Man, I still can't believe this is real meat. It tastes so good. And that's why no one misses the real thing. Only takes you a few bites to finish the sandwich. You stand up and walk to the bin, getting rid of the paper bag. As you do that, Aaron enters the classroom. Good morning, Charlie. How are you doing? Oh, good, thanks. You? I'm great, thanks for asking. You spot his nose twitching and one of his brows raising. What's that smell that's making me hungry? Could it be the bacon and egg sandwich I just had? Yeah, definitely is. I shouldn't feel this hungry. I just had breakfast too. You can't help it. We should go sit down anyway. The professor will be here any minute now. Yeah, okay. Where are you sitting anyway? Next to your brother. Oh good, I'll sit next to you then. Sure, be my guest. Classroom is quickly filled with beastmen, and as you head back to your desk, you know someone sitting. Oh. It appears that a fox is having a chat with Hector. This must be Flynn! This must be Flynn! So he's a fox. I never asked the developer what he was, so. Hello? You see the beastman's ear swelling, but he keeps talking to the polar bear as though you haven't spoken. Okay, so when I flip the desk, don't say anything. Not a good start. He's clearly ignoring me. Flynn? Charlie's here. That's his seat you're in. Only then the fox whoops his gaze to you, raising a brow. There we go. We get to see who Flynn is. Okay, so, alright. This is Flynn. Y'all are getting a good look at them. That's Flynn. Alright, let's see. Voice for him. I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I was just having a quick catch up with Hector. A nurse. You clearly heard me before. You heard me. You have good ears, but okay. I'll let you slide once. No problem. Could I have my seat back now? Of course. Flynn stands up and looks at you up and down, almost as he was evaluating you. Alright, I know it's gonna be... you got a rip right there too, but I'll let that go too. See you later, Hector. It's nice chatting with you. Yeah, later. Fox winks at him and goes to the couple rows behind you. A friend of yours? I don't think so. That guy, he's been following my brother around since school started. It's kind of creepy, actually. The place is full of weird people, I guess. Aaron. He's a good guy. We mostly talk about video games anyway. But what are his motives in talking to you? That's the important thing. If he just sees a friend of your brother, Hector's kind of a bear after all. You think so? Yeah, he's very kind when he's asleep. Aaron. The professor is here. We'll talk about this later. You giggle as your attention is brought to the teacher. Hunter? He calls out, but no one responds. Hunter, yeah. That wolf, he really needs to sort out his priorities. You wouldn't be so sociable either if you had it as rough as he did. What's Aaron talking about? What happened to him? Oh, we're learning a little bit more about that. So, Aaron's about to speak when his brother quickly jumps in. It's not for us to say. Yeah, he's right. Probably shouldn't have asked in the first place. Fair, I won't pry. Let me save real quick to make sure nothing crazy happens. The forces of the elements somehow shut down my computer and then everything just stops working and then I'm just like, you know what? Series over. Fair, I won't pry. Let's begin. You take notes as the professor speaks. We know that the first beastmen appeared around 200 years ago. And hearing that sentence, you immediately raise your hand. Yes, Charlie? Professor, you're saying it happened about 200 years ago. I am to assume humans were there before. Very good question, Charlie. Evidence says yes. When the first beastmen appeared, most of the buildings and technology you see today were already in place. However, there were no traces of humans. This is the few not blocks, but books we have today. You can imagine it took a while to figure out how to adopt their technology. We think a lot of data was damaged and lost during the learning process. 200 years ago, that means that my parents, everyone I might have known is long gone. Thank you, Professor. Upon this realization, you slump over your desk and look down at your notebook. My pleasure. Now further to this. Are you okay, Charlie? Yeah, I'm okay. Are you sure? I'll tell you about it on lunch break. He scratches the base of his neck and you spot his cheeks reddening. We're having lunch together. We are having lunch together? Man, he's so cute when he blushes. If you want to. Now we better follow what's left of the lesson. That's right, Hector. Follow the lesson. You can feel as you turn your attention back to the teacher. And this is all for today's lesson. Don't forget to study all of chapter 2. There might be a test on the subject soon. The professor winks and leaves the classroom. That was a very interesting lesson. It wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed it. You gather your stuff and stand up. The two bears do the same. You two are having lunch in the cafeteria, I assume. Yeah, food is free there. I won't be joining you. I need to have a chat with Trevor. That bear doesn't look very friendly at all. He does have a nice side to him too, only it's very, very deep inside. The polar bear crosses his arm and glares at Aaron. You better be careful. I don't like him one bit. I know you don't. I'll be fine. See you at the gym too. Gym? I don't have any gym clothes with me. I better ask Hector about it. Aaron waves his hand and leaves the classroom. You turn to Hector, but before you have a chance to say anything, Flynn appears in front of you both. Hey Hector, do you have any plans for lunch? I want to discuss Beasts of the Wild with you. Wow, okay, rude. Just uncertain yourself. And what's Beasts of the Wild anyway? I'm having lunch with Charlie today. Fox immediately turns to look at you with a fresh swell of rage rolls in his eyes. Oh man. What's his problem now? I'm sure he doesn't mind me joining in, right? Well then, perhaps I should agree to it? Hector doesn't seem to chafe about it though. We should check with Hector first, because Hector is, yeah. Are you okay with him joining us, Hector? The polar bear smiles and nods his head. If you really don't mind, Charlie. It's cool, your friends are my friends too. That is yet to be determined. Alright, mother. Whatever. A piece of work. We better get a move on. Lunch break is only an hour. Well, let's go then. What are we waiting for? Fox runs toward the hallway, leaving you both behind. The beastman is quite peculiar. You'll get used to it in no time. Our chat will have to wait. Maybe we can talk up the gym. Yeah, don't really want to talk about it while he's there. Of course, well, let's get going. Sure. Alright, well, the cafeteria is full of the brim. However, we spot Flynn waving his paw. And with that, we're going to save. And we're going to go back to the menu. Because it's been a minute. Yeah. So, we'll go back to the title screen. It's been about an hour, 14 minutes. So, yeah. I'm put timestamps more so y'all all like have an idea if you want to like skip ahead. But yeah, this is Hector, Day 3, Part 1. Of course, Part 2 will be next Friday. I will put the link in the description below for every little thing that I do. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this one, and I will see y'all next one.